Hi guys, Matt here, bringing you episode 7 of 5 Stone by 40, and a bit of a different episode this week. Strange week for me. I've gotten some subscribers, absolutely fantastic. I've also learned that YouTube can be a very, very supportive place. It's great to have met some really good people, and to know that there's loads of individuals who are also doing the same thing as me, going through the same struggles that I face. So yeah, it's absolutely fantastic. So before I get on with the usual sort of boring stuff, I just want to give a bit of a shout out to the new people that I've met and who've given me the very supportive comments this week. So first of all, my first shout's got to go to Brandon's weight loss journey. Brandon was my first subscriber, and again some very positive, supportive comments from him. So yeah, absolutely fantastic. If you're not subscribed to him or haven't seen his videos, absolutely do go and check him out. Next up is Bassett or Bassett. Apologies if I'm mispronouncing that. Also, Find Your Badass, thank you very much. And Journey of a Pudgy Man. Again, great stuff. Particularly liked your video which was surrounding BL Fat Too Thin. A very sort of touching video, and so it was great stuff. So yeah, also BL Fat Too Thin, big shout out to you as well. I'm liking your videos so far. From fat to fat, P-H-A-T, fat, yeah. From fat to fat, awesome videos. Really enjoying your channel. Again, very supportive comments, so thanks very much for that. Outstanding. Workout Diabetic Man, again, enjoying your content, keep it up. Fondraise99, again, not sure on the pronunciation. Fondraise, again, good stuff. So thanks for everything you guys have done, said. It's been amazing. So yeah, as I said before, I wanted to do the normal bit. I just wanted to give a quick mention to you guys. If I've forgotten anybody, I do apologise. Please do tell me that I've forgotten you, and I'll absolutely give you a shout out on the next video. So yeah, so that was the slight diversion from the normal content, but anyway, back to the normal stuff. Let's see how we've got on this week. Okay, so this week's been a bit of a challenge. Now, anybody who saw my video last week, episode 6, you will have seen me basically been sort of aware that this week was going to be a challenge, and the reason being, as per the last video, was that it's my girlfriend's birthday this week. See by the stuff behind there, it's her 40th birthday on Thursday. Now, in the last video I said that we were going to go out for a meal on her birthday, and that was why it was going to be a bit of a struggle. What you guys didn't know was that I'd actually planned for us to not only go out for the meal, but also to go away for the weekend. Now, the meal bit she knew about. It was a big family occasion, everybody was going to be there, so she did know about that, but she didn't know about the weekend away. And I couldn't really put it on last week's video because she watches these videos, and I didn't want to give the game away before it actually happened. So naturally, there was the one meal that I was concerned about on the Thursday. I was also concerned about eating other sort of potentially unhealthy meals over the Friday and the Saturday. My idea to get around having 3 meals out was to try and do more exercise this week. That's pretty much what it boils down to for me. Now, what I also wanted to do was do some of the exercise on a fasted basis. This is something that I generally do on a Saturday. Normally, I will get up and basically go for a bit of a walk, fairly long walk, sort of 4 to 5 miles, which is long for me, and I'll do that on a fasted basis, so that's having no food and nothing to drink before I do it. In all fairness, that tends to work for me. I do notice it does have an impact on the weight loss. And this week it worked as well. I did do more fasted cardio this week, but it's had a really positive impact on the result. Now, my current weight as of just before making this video was 107.9 kilograms, or for my new friends in the US, that's just under 238 pounds. Now that means that since last week I've lost 6 pounds, which is, in all fairness, that's more than I've lost on any other week, and that's despite having the 3 meals. So I'm absolutely over the moon with that particular part of things. I do have to say though, as I said in the previous video, I was a bit worried and concerned about the impact of having one meal the impact that would have on my weight loss this week. Now, secretly, as you now know, I was actually concerned that was going to be the impact of 3 meals. But I watched a video from Fat to Fat, and in that video he mentions the 3 Ps. Fantastic video. If you haven't seen that, check it out and watch it. Essentially, he refers to perspective, persistence and patience. Now, over the weekend, what I did was I've put these 3 meals this weekend away into perspective. You know, I've compared that to the overall plan. The plan, as I've said from the very start, is to lose 5 stone by the time I'm 40. Now, one weekend away, these 3 meals, you know, no matter whether I lost, gained or stayed the same, when you put it into perspective against what the overall goal is here, it doesn't really matter. You know, even if I had to put weight on, I wouldn't have been that bothered when I consider the sort of the 3 Ps, because, like I said, the overall goal is to lose the weight by the time I'm 40. Incidentally, I said originally the whole plan is to lose this weight by the time I'm 40. On Friday, before taking the girlfriend away, we actually went and booked a holiday to Morocco. That holiday is now going to be in October. So the plan is to lose 5 stone by the time I'm 40, but I'm really going to have to try and put a shuffle on, because I'd like to get as much of it off as I can by the time I want to go away to Morocco. So that'll feel really great, just to be able to go on holiday and not worry about being by the pool and all that sort of stuff, because I can be a little bit more proud of how I look. So yeah, that'll be great. So that puts a little bit of extra pressure on, but it's good pressure. So it is good pressure. And like Fat to Fat says, the 3 Ps. So again, this weekend, put it into perspective, you know, it doesn't really matter whether I lost, gained, stayed the same this week in terms of the overall journey, because I was able to put things into perspective. I know that I've got to be persistent with this and not give up over a weekend like this, and I've also got to have patience. You know, so I can't speak highly enough of these 3 Ps. So like I say, if you haven't seen that video, definitely go and check it out, because if you abide by these 3 Ps, you will get to where you want to be. It'll help put you in the right mindset. So being in the right mindset is what really, really matters here. It's that sort of getting yourself into that right frame of mind where you can have a little bit of a sort of a fail one weekend or 1 week even, but as long as you keep that in perspective against the overall plan, because that's all that matters. It's the overall plan that matters, not what you do on 1 day or 1 week. It's as long as that doesn't turn into 1 month, 2 months. Just keep things in perspective, be persistent and have patience, and that's all that matters. Okay, so let's have a look at what I've done this week. Now, in terms of food, I have been careful. As you now know, I've had 3 meals out, but everything has been logged in MyFitnessPal. In terms of the actual food out that I had, so on Thursday it was a pizza at a local restaurant. Friday was a steak, and Saturday was a gammon followed by some ice cream. All were very, very nice, very fantastic, but I certainly put the work in to earn them. On the exercise side of things, as usual, it's been mainly walking that I've done this week. In total, I have walked around about 48 miles, and as I said previously, a lot of that was fasted as well, so all of that will have helped towards the weight loss this week. Now, you'll also see from here, I've also spent some time on the Turbo Trainer this week. Now, I mentioned last week that I found the Turbo Trainer not enjoyable. I said I found it to be dull and boring and not very much fun. This week, for some reason, just felt different. I was able to get my head down, and I was probably in total spent about maybe 20 minutes on there. Not a great deal, but every little helps. And because I didn't find it as bad as I found it last week, I'm going to continue with it and crack on this week and see how I get on. Hopefully we'll get some more miles done this week on that, because it all helps towards the greater goal of losing the weight, and it varies things out a little bit, which means it's not just walk and there is a little bit of sort of alternative exercise as well in the form of being on the Turbo Trainer. So yeah, that exercise wise, I'm very happy with the way things went last week, and let's just see if we can take it forward into next week. Well, I think I'm going to call it a day for now. I'm not going to lie, I'm absolutely exhausted after this weekend, and I'm actually looking forward to going to work tomorrow for a rest. Not very often you hear anybody say that, is it? So don't forget to like and subscribe if you're enjoying what you're seeing, you're enjoying the content that I'm putting out. Also, as I've said in previous videos, please do feel free to leave any comments. I will read and reply to all the comments that are added, because I do really appreciate what you guys say. The positive support that I get from people is outstanding, and I do think that we've got a little bit of a community going on here, and I'm really pleased to be part of it, not only to receive the positive support and comments, but to also give them myself, because there will be times when I'm feeling a bit down and struggling with things, and your support really helps me. At the same time, there'll also be times when you guys are feeling a little bit down and struggling, and I'd like to think that my support will help you. Okay, so that's me for this week. Thanks for watching, guys. As I've said, I really appreciate it, and I'm hoping to see you all in the next video.